So here's the deal. I'm starting something new. I need some sort of journal, some sort of thing to keep track of my thoughts, to discharge, to really. I don't want to say put myself out there, but put my thoughts out there. And I feel like kind of rambling and doing this to myself would be way better than writing it out somewhere, because then, I don't know, I wouldn't really come back to those. But if I made them in some sort of like audio, some sort of video, then maybe I would like kind of like come back to them. Maybe like, I don't know, someone would hear them. Because I feel like with thoughts, with things you have to say, with things that you have to just speak about sometimes, it's hard to do it with people you care about. Because on one hand, sure, there's like, they're your friends, and they're always there to like listen to you. But I feel like just letting them, just kind of sit down and just like, have you force basically like your entire like thought process onto them, like explaining everything like in your life to them, like making them just like sit down and just listen to yourself ramble. I feel like that was kind of annoying. Like maybe you could like do that like once, like twice, but I'm not sure about like just continuously. You know what I mean? Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I don't want to be like someone that like forces people to like always like, listen to me. Cause I don't know, like the thing with thoughts is that like you always want to be heard out. You always want to like put yourself out there. Now the only problem is that like there's no way to do it without being annoying to the people. I've known that firsthand. I'm quite talkative most of the time, and it's kind of hard for me to like shut up, and sometimes I ramble incoherently. I would just kind of speak to like sometimes myself when I'm alone, but like no one would be there to listen to me. And even when I would like speak to other people, I feel like they don't really listen, and I'm just kind of like more so speaking about myself, and it's annoying, like I'm self-conscious about it. So I'm starting this. I'm just gonna like mindlessly talk about whatever is on my mind at the moment, and it's a bit hard though, because I didn't used to have this problem before. I felt quite content with just like keeping my thoughts to myself, but I don't know, ever since I've moved out of country, now I live in Germany opposed to Romania, I feel like I'm much more alone of a person. Like a lot of people that I know, obviously they're not like in Germany with me, and I only like just talk with friends on the internet, and it can get super lonely, like demoralizingly, like annoying, not annoying, but like lonely, But that's not like a thing that I'm like super depressed about it. Like I feel like that's like a cycle of life, like just moving on from like, I guess you could say, eras of your life. Like I've had these people that I like hung out with, and that era is over. Because I mean, if things were like eternal, if things lasted forever, like they wouldn't really be of worth. Because if there would be no like moment where you realize that like you would take things for granted. I feel like that's one part about like this kind of like feeling that I enjoy, is that like I'm well content about the fact that I've like done all I can while in Romania. Like I've made friends, I was part of things, things happen around my life, like I was happy. And this is just another like point in in my life in which it's new things are happening again. I'm in a new country, new environment, new people, new language, new everything. It's kind of even scary too. Like even when just outside of work, like I have to like look at stuff like like work, not work, but like universities where I want to study like after I finish like 1 year of work, like getting some money, and things like that like always leave me like wondering, like, and just like deep in thought. And me, I'm not sure if like this is some sort of like issue. I mean, I've never got checked, and I don't think I should, because I don't suspect myself of having anything, but I keep jumping from thought to thought. And a lot of things, like when I'm stressed, they're more apparent in my head. Like the more stressed the environment is, the more I just kind of think about like other things too. This might not make sense to whoever's listening, but I feel like with thoughts, when your mind is forced to like just kind of like think about a bunch of things in your life, you're much more prone to like think about stuff in general too, like just maybe like just life in general, reminisce on moments or whatever. But because whenever you like just chill, you think you kind of have like life sorted out, or like just like a moment where like you feel like, you know, life is going great, everything is alright, it's chill. You don't really think about many things that like will like probably like, you know, make you feel worse about like your current state of being, you know what I mean? And it's a bit weird because whenever I press record and I tell to myself, oh man, I'm gonna like put my thoughts out there, I actually press record and then I'm not sure what to do. I haven't done takes, like I don't script. I mean, this is the first like time I'm trying to do something like this. But even when I want to ramble and I want to like just say a lot of things, I feel like if I plan it and then I just do it, it doesn't seem as natural as just me just randomly doing it on the spot, maybe to like someone else or like to myself, just randomly talking to myself. And that's why it can feel like sometimes when I speak at this moment, like I'm not making much sense. That's because my head is foggy. Like there's like a lot that's going on in my brain, my thought process, and I can't concentrate on like one topic or like one thing. Like I thought to myself, I'm gonna speak about different things when I press record, and I ended up speaking about other completely different things. You know, it's odd, because I don't want these things to be kind of like daily or like whatever. Kind of maybe like once a week, because then I would have a lot of things to talk about. But even just aside of that, I just really want to just talk, you know, like I've repeated myself. Obviously there's like friends and stuff willing to like listen every time, and I'm grateful for that. But I feel like I don't want to like force people to listen to myself, because it feels like I'm stroking my own. I like it feels like I'm enjoying the sound of my voice too much, you know. But anyway, let's just go on like lighter notes, you know. Let's just want to talk about like something that happened at work like this week. So I work as like a helper at like a company that like just kind of deals with like just kind of like repairing stuff. Like for example, like there's machines that like make fresh air in like buildings, you know, like in places that like schools or like asylums or hospitals or like labs or like IT centers. They were like, you know, people stay indoors a lot and they work indoors, so they need fresh air. There's like giant machines with a bunch of like filters that, you know, like filter out the air from outside and like make like fresh, cold or like hot air. And like that's a big line of work, but sometimes we have to do some other stuff too, like switching pipes or whatever, or like repairing other like maybe like ACs or something like that. And I had to go to a care home with two other co-workers of mine, and at that like care home, man, holy shit, like if people with dementia just did not exist, and this is not in like a demeaning way or anything, I could have just gone home way earlier. I could have just not been there until like 6 like p.m. and just like gone home like a normal person at like 4. I stood there, and for what? For like extra like 15, like not 15, but like 35 or like 30 euros. Like that's not worth it. But anyway, we had to like switch pipes in 3 bathrooms. Like get ladders, do stuff on the ceiling, and just like switch like a bunch of pipes, because you know they're broken or like they're run down. And holy shit, man. I don't think, like, I'm not like an expert on these things, but I've been taught, and it's not really like that hard to do. But you need to be patient, and you need to be know your way around, like, I guess you could say, like, the work environment of the care home itself. Like, obviously you would have to ask around the person in charge of the building, but not like a boss or anything, like a person that like knows like the in and out of the building and is kind of like there as like a technical expert on the building. And we talked to that said person and said, will any of the people in this building have to use water during the day? And obviously that was a stupid question because it's a care home. Of course they're gonna have to use water for like the whole day, right? All people go to the toilets, shit, and like, you know, they do their bidding over there, or some other stuff. They maybe like want to wash their hands, or like they want to like shower or whatever. And that's a problem for us because the pipes, yeah, well, if you take one part of the pipe out and then you use the water from the pipes is just gonna go out and splash all over the bathroom and ourselves. And it's even worse when you use the bathroom. Don't get me started. Basically, what the dude from the building said is like, don't worry, I'm gonna talk with everyone, every personnel, to like advise people for a day to not use water in these specific parts of the building. Holy shit, that dude lied. He lied. Or if he didn't, it's just because they're like old people with dementia. Just like you tell them something and then they forget about it like the second after, because that's their illness. You can't really fault them for it. But when it's fucking up with your work, it's super annoying. Bro, we were switching pipes there, and at every second we just kind of had to like wait around and just like make sure that there's like not gonna be water flowing out of the pipe, like shit water, and just fucking all in, just splashing us all on the face, on the hair, on the body, on the clothes, just disgusting shit. And guess what they did? Every like half an hour or something like that, the water, like shit water, would just like fucking come out of the pipes, and we would just run outside, like out of the bathroom. We were like from the stairs that we used to like climb up like to the ceiling, we would just fucking jump off of it. My fucking coworkers in German would scream, give egg, it's like fucking get out. And it was funny. We were laughing up until it just wasn't funny anymore. At any just interval, we just couldn't work there because there was shit water slinging everywhere, even on the floors. That like it was just like fucking disgusting in there, and you couldn't work. It's like, and we even asked him, dude, can't you just like close the water in the building? Just like shut down the water. Just don't do it. And it's like they don't let us do that. We can't do that. It's like not only that, but like the building just has very bad planning, very like building, like pipe system too, and like a bunch of like places. If you were to turn off the water, it would just circle around back to those like bathrooms, and everything would just fucking spill out, and it was so annoying, dude. I got home, and I sat in the shower for like fucking 2 or 3 hours, just rinsing all the shit water and the smell out of my fucking hair. I have long hair, so it was way worse for me. It was so fucking bad. I was disgusted for the whole fucking day. All people with dementia shitting in toilets, and then the water from it would just fucking come in our faces, dude. It's like, Jesus, man. Like, the working at here is not that bad. I haven't like, it's pretty chill. I'm like just a helper. I don't have to know many things. I'm just helping around, and I'm getting paid almost minimum wage for it. But it's still good because it's in euro. It's much better than what I would just do in Romania. So I'm glad for that. But that day, bro, it's like fucking, it's so bad. Like I got home at like 6 p.m. The day was already over after I did my shower. It was over. I just had to go to sleep and go to work again. Like, it was awful. But at the same time, it was still kind of funny. But anyway, this brings me to like my next thing I want to talk about. It related to like care homes, because with work, sometimes I have to go to like different places in that like area. I'd have to go to like hospitals. I would have to go to care homes. I would have to go for like psych wards and stuff. And I've never set foot in those things in my life. Hospitals, obviously, I have, but psych wards and care homes, man. Psych wards are something that I can understand. But care homes, man, they're so depressing to me. I can't imagine being like an actual person that has to work there. Because me personally, just being there and seeing like the bunch of people, a bunch of like old people, just there, just struggle, like just walking in circles, doing the same like two routes they would do, with like the walking like the wheelchairs, or like the walking sticks they would use. As like, I get why these places exist, and I have a lot of respect for people who work in this like area. But man, that just seems so like dehumanizing. It, at least to me, it's like you're keeping these people captive, when obviously I'm not like advocating to put old people to the deathbed. Like give them like the way out by euthanizing them or anything. It's just, I mean, if I was old, I wouldn't want like my family to like put me in a place like that. I mean, even if I even got close to like having dementia, I would just personally just take me out. I don't want to live for something like that. Thankfully, there's like no one in my family that like has dementia running. Like, like none, to my knowledge, no one in my family has ever had dementia, so I can live peacefully knowing that. But just in general, I feel like places like that, like it's dehumanizing. Like, it's not that I don't view old people as like actual humans, but the way they move, like talk and stuff, it really feels devoid of all, like, I guess, humanity that like a person is supposed to have. Because they're, I'm not even sure, like, in that state of like being, are you even conscious? Like, are you like aware of your surroundings, of what's happening? Like, because like I can't even imagine myself being in that position. Like, I'm still a functioning like person. I'm young, right? But even just that, outside of that, just really depressing places sometimes I have to go to work to. Like, I've been to psych wards too, and I've seen people my age just being there too, and it's like, man, if I was dealt a wrong hand, like in life, I could have like ended up like that too. And I'm not saying this as like, oh, thank God I'm not like suffering for something. It's like, obviously I'm grateful that I'm not, but also feel super sorry for like, people that have to suffer for something like this. It really was really eye-opening to me, because I've knew of these places existing, but having actually been to one was like very eye-opening. Granted, I was only had to like work just kind of like in the background, just like go like and work like in like technicalities and stuff, like just machines and stuff. I don't know why I said technicalities, just whatever. But outside of that, my time in Germany has been a bit odd. Yeah, I feel like over here, like, I need time to like kind of settle myself in properly. And what I mean by that is that, like, obviously I live with like my German relatives, my uncle, aunt. They let me like actually like live like in their humble abode, and I'm super grateful for it. Hold on, man. This is pissing me off. I don't know how I died. Man, come on! Bro, listen. This doesn't happen. This never happens. I run intro shows, and I'm good at this game. But it's just kind of when you talk, Oh god, do I abandon the mission? What do I do? Oh god. This is so embarrassing. No, this lines up perfectly with what I wanted to say next. Is like shame, dude. Shame, just runs so deep in me. Like even now, I feel so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my god, these people think I'm so fucking trash at the game. I'm so ashamed right now. I can't explain it. But even just doing small mistakes, just leaves me stunted for like actual days, weeks even. Uh, like for example, I'm so uncomfortable sometimes with living here, like in my relative's house, because obviously uh I'm not their kid, right? Sure, we're related by blood, somewhat, like me and my uncle, but still, that doesn't make me like their kid. And the thing that was like super fucking just I don't know how to like explain this properly, but just shame, bro. I made some food for work a few days ago, and for whatever reason, I saw that there was like only 4 pieces of bread left, and I used those 4 pieces of bread to make me sandwiches for work tomorrow. And I didn't think to call my uncle who was out in the city to say, you might need to buy more bread because there's none. I acknowledged the fact that there was like no bread left, but I just edited. I don't know why I edited out. I have no idea why I did that, how I did that. I just made it and I just fucking left the kitchen, and then he got really pissed off at me and was like, bro, like I'm so ashamed. Even now, bro, it's been a few days, but even now I'm just so ashamed. I don't know, man. It's and another thing is well, I came one day from work. I made myself some food, and I left like the dirty dishes, right on the counter in the kitchen, like next to the washing machine, and for whatever reason, I don't know what went through my mind, but I just didn't put them in the washing machine. And my aunt, when I came home, cause like she works late, she like comes home at like 7 p.m. and like obviously like she, she doesn't want to like do work when she comes out home at 7 p.m. She somebody wants to chill, like to like relax when they come home so late. So it's like she also like just got kind of mad at me. It's like just put everything in like put your stuff in like the dishwasher. It's not hard because I don't want to work when I get home. And it's like, man, I'm sorry, I'm dead. I'm sorry. I'm such a fucking like wasteful person. I'm sorry. I can't do anything. And it probably might seem like just like small things to you, to people who are listening to this, but to me it's a big deal. I don't know why. I always think of myself as like a nice person, and I kind of like think of myself as I, I guess you could say someone that wants to help people. So when I mess up, even once, and I just inconvenience people, I I cannot live that down. I'm like, this is over. This is just ruining like me as a person. Like the person who I just inconvenienced is gonna hate me forever, even though that's not true. But it's just how it works. I don't know why just shame runs so deep in me. And this isn't even about just like stuff like issues like this. This is like sometimes even stuff that I do just personally, you know. It's weird. Anyway, I'm gonna abandon the mission because I feel so bad. I feel so bad for these people, and I just kind of want to play the game too. I need to play a game when I'm rambling. So, but yeah, it's just I don't know, like living in Germany, living like far away from people I know, and just family too. Like, I need to like, adjust myself. I need to be a bit more open and go places and just kind of meet people, make friends, because I also want to like find like-minded people that like the same music that I do, and start like my band and stuff like that. And I don't know. It's it's a bit it's kind of tough. It's kind of hard, and knowing that I would have to probably like live alone too, like for a while. like university and like all that. It's kind of weird. It's super odd to think about. But anyway, bathroom break. Like the most turn your brain off and just slice with blade, with exotic blade. Man, there's so many things to talk about. So many things that I just can't get out there, you know. What's been happening, like these past like days? Oh yeah, I need to talk about this, man. Holy shit. CS2 and like the recent update Valve had. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. My prayers couldn't have just been answered better than this. Because tell me, bro. There's so many people just getting so mad at this moment. At this point in time, I'm here like happy, praying, and they're like just writing some sort of like suicide letter, man. They crashed the economy, man. The knife economy is in shambles, and I'm glad for that. I'm so happy. There's people investing everything they have, every single fucking just penny, everything, like even their lungs, everything they have, their houses, like their families on fucking CS skins, and they think it's like this big investment. Like, dude, holy shit! Nah, this is like you can do this like your whole life, man. Like this shit that like sticks with you, and you can get rich too, man. No, the fuck it isn't, man. You people have not learned from shit like Rocket League, where like items in that game just tanked in one update. No, man, no, they didn't learn that. They thought that CS was forever. But look, it isn't. It really isn't. No fucking game skin investment is forever. And even then, even Valve just doesn't acknowledge it as like a real form of like economic like it's not real. Sure, these are inflated because of like the odds of getting something like that, but even then you shouldn't treat it like it's like some sort of like just like investment that's like gonna like fucking make you like rich, it's so mind-boggling to me that there's people like actually getting so mad. Like obviously from like the point of perspective, sure, you wasted a ton of money just to get like a bunch of skins and invest, but even then this is on you. This is just purely on you, man. I don't feel like you deserve like an ounce of sympathy when you yourself just let yourself get clowned like this, like sure, you lost everything, but I didn't because I'm smart. I'm not fucking wasting so much money on pixels on a screen because I think it's an investment. Sure, you had the luxury of like being able to sell everything, and like it did have some sort of economy, a pretty big one too. Like there's people that play the game by purely just trading. Like they don't actually play like the game. They just like do the trading, do skins, like trade, and just don't play one single match of CS ever. This is what is crazy to me. Like at that point, you just like role playing a bank, You role playing like investments, and you think you're like a stock trader or whatever, just like doing some shit. And even that, bro, like stock trading is not real. None of that is real money. It's fake. I mean, money isn't even real anyway. At least that's what I believe. But yeah, funny things happening over there on CS Island. I used to have a bunch of skins too, man, but not expensive ones. Just very budget ones. I get paid by school because I lived like out of country, and I would just use it all on CS skins or whatever. And man, I was happy with what I got. But with skins, I'm like a type of person that just kind of gets bored of them. Like right after I get them, like I play with them for a while, and then I'm just fucking bored. I don't want to have this anymore, man. I want my money back. I should get those. I'm just gonna go for them. Not sure how long I want to make these, like maybe like half an hour or something. It really depends on what I have to say and how I articulate my thoughts and stuff. But I'm not sure if this is just gonna stick the landing really. Maybe I'm not even gonna post this. Maybe this is just gonna be forever like a draft thing, and I'm never this is never gonna see the light of day. No one's gonna hear about what I talked about today here. It's not like I talked about anything like important. Obviously, like I just want to ramble. I just want to just talk about random things, random stuff. And um, I was thinking of like saying the dates, the start of like every one of these that I know when I made it. But at this current moment, I'm not sure it even like counts because like it's like 1 a.m. I think. I'm not sure. Wait. Yeah, it's like 1 a.m. So it's like 25th, you know, October of 2025. That's kind of dope. But yeah, I don't know. This type of like rambling feels like very therapeutic to me. You know what I mean? It's just like obviously I've only tried it today, but just getting to talk like just about random stuff, stuff nobody cares about. It feels good. It feels good, even though I've only been doing this for like a few minutes. I don't know. I can feel like I'm getting like my thoughts out of my system, and this way I won't be like full of like things to like just kind of like feel like I haven't said in like a day. I feel like I didn't talk or whatever, and didn't use my voice enough. Maybe to some people that's okay. Maybe you don't have to like talk all the time. But for me, I don't know. When a lot of thoughts stay into my brain, it feels like no, I wouldn't say torture, but like everything else just becomes so like jumbled up together. Like there's nothing else I think about except just random ass thoughts. Like a person that thinks all the time has like nothing to think about, really, because you're not sitting on like a topic. You're sitting on like five different like layers of like I don't know, like mattresses. It's not comfortable. Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. That sounds comfortable as fuck, but it just depends if you fall or not. And even then, I feel like like therapy might be like good, but it's then I can like say all my pieces. Like I don't want to like just kind of like make this like a mental piece, like mental notes about myself. Like keeping me in check as if I'm like I don't know, like suffering from some sort of illness when obviously I'm not. I mean, I'd like to think I'm not. Even then, most of the things I just sound really dumb and in the moment, and that's like the point of a ramble. I feel like just saying stuff, and even if it doesn't make sense, man, at least I'm saying like what's on my mind. Even if it sounds like dumb, and that's what I like. Um, I'm running very shitty loadouts for stuff like this, but I don't know. What else am I doing these days? So like I'm getting into media today. Like I'm starting like the Dice Array like spin-off about a character I like. It's really funny that like a visual novel like from a few good years ago, like people really love the character that just they couldn't get enough of, so they made like a spin-off for him. Man, William Ehrenberg, he's gonna heal me, man. I know. I still love them anyway, like in the actual game itself, like Dice Array. But Interview with Kazuko Bay, like it seems like so interesting. Like a very interesting premise. Instead of that, I kind of want to get into Ruby, like watch Ruby. Recently, like people have been talking about it on like the net, but like in pretty bad faith. Obviously, some people sharing like the cool stuff, like the cool animations from it, and obviously, I think they look cool. I wanna like try them out, see if like the series is like actually worth it. Because whenever I see um people hate on something, I don't know if it's just me, but it kind of draws me towards the thing more. I feel like I can get a lot of like worth from like seeing why something is hated, and if I can get some sort of like worth out of like the specific thing. This has happened with many games before. Like Raging Loop has a video that like is pretty popular. Like just kind of goes over the whole novel, and my personally, I feel like the person who made the video didn't really quite get what the ending was going for, but I can get why some people wouldn't like the ending. But like it just kind of dealt some damage to the novel. Like everyone just kind of doesn't like it from what I've heard. I personally think it's super good. It's very good. I love it a lot. This has also happened with like Dirge of Cerberus, like the Final Fantasy VII like spin-off. You have like the original like Final Fantasy VII, and then you have like Crisis Core, like the prequel to like the game. And then you have Dirge of Cerberus, which is like happens after the events of the original game, and I have no idea why, but people seem to not like this game or just think it's whatever. But me personally, man, it hit kind of crazy. I don't know why, but it's like 9 hours of like goodness of like just stuff that I really like. I was always like really wanting to see a lot of Vincent because he's like a character like from just purely based off design. Whenever I see him, I'm like, this guy looks so cool. I want to see what he has in store. I want to see what he has in store for me. And he being like a secret character in the AOG7 was like super cool, but I feel like because of that he didn't get like relevant in the story. He had like a bunch of like cool stuff too, like his side story with Lucrezia and that game was super cool. And just his involvement with like the story could have been actually like quite canon. I don't want to spoil things in case spoiling Final Fantasy VII like it's a niche game like no one has ever played, but still I want to make sure it's why I wanted to play it, because I wanted more Vincent content, and it delivered, man. Like I honestly really liked it. When I looked at the game, it kind of gave some sort of like Shadow the Hedgehog vibes, and I feel like most people can agree on this, like thematically and like even like just gameplay and like aesthetic wise. But I didn't actually expect like the soundtrack itself to be so like somber. Like it's super somber and like super like melancholic, like I thought there would be some like sort of like very hype songs in this. Vincent, he looks like the type of like character that would probably have some sort of like very cool like I don't want to say quite hype songs, but like a catalog of like songs that like wouldn't quite sound like what you actually got in the game, but still it's like a super welcome like tone that the game sets itself for it, because it deals with like obviously like Vincent's like stages of grief and like how he deals with like like his emotions and stuff. And I feel like it felt very personal, like of a story, and like that's what I like in games when stuff is like personal and like characters like in it like will have like personal stakes in it too. Like sure, like complex stuff is very cool, and obviously like a story doesn't exist without plot, but a story for me is not like so touching without like the personal aspect in it. Like the feels, the feelings, the emotions, you know what I mean? And it really delivered on that. I feel like a lot of people just probably just don't have the same outlook on games like I do, but like I don't know. I personally like enjoyed Dirge of Cerberus like a lot, and that's why I feel like I'd probably find a lot of mileage from stuff like Ruby too. Like what I would enjoy it, because it's one of those things that came out during the era of YouTube, like a bunch of those like animators will like do like a bunch of like fight choreographies of like OCs and stuff, especially like stickmen. Bro, like stick fights were like the coolest shit ever. You have Hyun's Dojo, you would have fucking like Resh with like his Umbrella series, like that was so dope. And Ruby came out during that time with like Monty, like rest in peace. Like, I don't think I've seen a lot of like Monty works, but I probably did because as a kid I used to watch a lot of those like kind of animations, and I probably did watch like stuff by him, but I just didn't quite know like the name of because I was a kid, I just couldn't have known. But I'm kind of like excited because it feels like revisiting a sort of like I guess you could say like childhood that I didn't quite have, as in like just like thing I didn't get to back then that I would have probably loved if I got like into, you know what I mean? Like, let's see if like I would like this now type of deal. I don't know how quite how to explain it. It probably sounds like just gibberish, but it feels like something that I should have gotten into way earlier, maybe even as a kid, like when it was airing out. But I have no idea why. Maybe I just thought like anime was dumb, and it looked like anime. I don't know. But yeah, no, like I'm kind of hyped for that. Stoked to give it a try. There's something just about like stuff that reminds me of like childhood, nostalgia, and I don't know if it's just me, but there's things as a kid that you see like the actual vision of a kid, like at least how I remember like how I saw the world back then. It was very colorful, and colorful in a sense that it felt like life felt kind of like, I guess you could say, ethereal. Like the green grass was very green, the blue sky was very blue, almost cartoonishly so. Like you would the world would look so different. And I also lived during the time where Frutiger era was like still a thing in Europe, in Eastern Europe, because get this, even if stuff like Frutiger era was of mostly a thing in the early 2000s, right? Like Eastern Europe is like a place that's like behind 10 years. So we still had that type of aesthetic in the 20,000s, 2010s worth, 20,000, the 2010s, right? And every time, I don't know why, but it's childhood just reminds me a lot of just Frutiger era, and like super like colorful, like I guess you could say visions of the world, like places like my hometown, like parts of it that I remember just being much more like vibrant, like back then, as opposed to now. And it's definitely just nostalgia, just putting on rose tinted glasses on my eyes, because it probably looked the same, but I'm just romanticizing those memories. And it's the same with stuff I used to be into like back then too, like Roblox and maybe and like Flash games and animations and Stickmen and stuff. It's super dear to me, it's stuff that I've always like just enjoyed thinking about. Like nostalgia is so bitter. Like sometimes like you can't quite describe how nostalgia feels. Like it's obviously melancholic, but there's some sort of like happiness and just sadness that's like that transcends that like notion of melancholy. Even if it doesn't make sense, I feel like you could probably like kind of like try to like gather what I'm trying to say. It feels too surreal to think about the past, because with the past, right, it's not something you can go back or change. So we kind of like envision the past as beautiful as we can make it to be, like in our memory, right? And it may have been that way or may have not been, but it's still like important memories to us, and that's why I just feel like I have such a like I guess like weirdly like happy feeling when I listen to even like sad music, or like I think about like moments, like sad moments, happy moments from my life. I'm never truly sad when I think about the past, or when I listen to music that reminds me of the past. It's more so just like a very like bittersweet like feeling of like, I'm glad these moments happened, but all things, must come to like an end. And the important matter of the fact is that these moments, the past happened, and I have to focus more so on like the present moment, and think about the type of future that I can build. It's what I'm trying to say is that I'm not supposed to dwell on the past as much. I'm supposed to just like view it as like something that was beautiful, and that I should have cherished. And obviously, like we take things for granted, and then at the end of the day, we never know that like a thing that we hold dear today, like a moment or like a person or whatever, would just disappear the next day. And if that moment happens, the present will always become the past. And in that moment, the more things pile up to memories, more things pile up to like feelings of like regret and like yearning, of like moments of the past, because you want to go to simple times, you want to go to like moments you knew that you would be like happy. And that's the thing, we're kind of like afraid of the unknown, because future, like it's scary to think about. So that's why we always just think of like moments we've already lived, like the past, because it's like it's they were beautiful moments. We wish to live those moments again, but obviously we can't. And that's why like it always just feels so like bittersweet to me to like think about these things, because even though I can rationalize and I can like understand why these things are like just, it hurts like the brain, the psyche, to like think about these things all the time, because obviously you can't go back, but it's a cycle of like always thinking about the past and thinking about things you cannot change, rather than like being in the present moment that you like can change, and you can like treasure more. That's why with childhood too, man, like a lot of just things just reminded me of like such like more like different era of like me as a person, as a kid, man. Like this might seem just like unimportant to people, but to someone like me, it means the world, right? That's what I think is so special about stuff like discussions like these about past and like worth, is that like a few things to like a person can mean absolutely nothing, but to that one person it's like it's everything. And for me, that is shit like Shaun the Sheep, man. Like I watched Shaun the Sheep with a friend of mine, like the movie a few days ago. No, a few days ago. No, it was yesterday. Man, fuck time, whatever. But I watched it, and it was a movie I've already watched as a kid. But Jesus, man, it was, to me, it was actually beautiful. Like just like I remembered a bunch of it, like as it was happening. Like I remembered moments from my life, from before and after I watched the movie. I remember the time span, like what I was doing during the movie as a kid. I had it on DVD, man. I had every Shaun the Sheep season on DVD, man. I loved it. I don't know why, but I loved it. I remember like my mom got it for me once, just randomly, and we had a DVD player, so I was like, okay, let's put this on, let's watch this. And it was so good. It was so cute. I fucking love those sheep, man. I love them. And it just came a thing of like, I asked my mom every time we went shopping, buy me the next season of Shaun the Sheep. Buy it for me, please. I need more. And that just kept piling up.
piling up until like, I ended up like having like a lot of Shaun the Sheep to like watch like every season on DVD. Unfortunately, I don't have the collection anymore. I don't know where it went. It just disappeared from my life one day. But like I remember like this the scenery of when I used to watch that. I still was living. Me and my family were still living in like an apartment back then, before we moved to like an actual house in the countryside, and the living room. I remember it was so vibrant in color. I don't know why, but we had this like super big TV, like TV, right? And like the way everything was arranged in the living room, we had like, oh shit, someone's dying. We had like fucking like the perfect window placement for when the sun would like come in the room and like light everything up. Like the room was painted like slight orangish, like not slight, but like very light orange, like the walls and everything. Everything was super vibrant in like color wise. The color composition was like a bit of yellow, a bit of like like orange and stuff like that, and some brown too to like give it like a bit like of a darker tone, but still relatively like rich in like color too, because the composition, man, I obviously can't explain it because this is all from memory. So what I'm saying is kind of jumbled together because I don't remember it like in perfect detail, but I remember the feeling of being there, and just there's something that you can't really describe in this world. It's the feeling of the past and just how like ethereal it was. Like back then I didn't realize it, or maybe I did, but I was too young. But it's like holy shit, man! Just thinking about like watching Shaun the Sheep on the big screen in the living room on a Saturday. In the mornings when the sun would set in their room and it would set the scene, everything looks so fucking beautiful. It's like even just now thinking about it, it makes me kind of tear up. Like genuinely, it makes me tear up thinking about Shaun the Sheep, bro. Like actually, it sounds super funny, but even when I was watching the movie, man, like it was like so like, wow, dude, this is cinema. This is my favorite. This used to be my favorite thing ever. I love Shaun the Sheep. And this is another moment, bro. Like, I'm not a movie watcher. I don't watch movies. But if you told me one of my favorite movies, I would have to unironically kind of say the Angry Birds movie, man. Bro, and I'm not shitting. I have a very good reason for why I believe this to be the case. Why I think it might be one of my favorite movies that I've watched. I watched it as a kid in a cinema. But not just like a cinema, right? But because I'd never been to one prior to this. I've never been to a cinema before. I've been like I think 7 years old, and I was on my first ever trip outside of the country with my family. We went to Germany, to my uncle's place. My relative's place, right? And man, in Romania, we never really went to like a cinema, because my family wasn't poor, but we weren't like the type to like just kind of like always just go places. We were on like the saving money type of like, type of movement, type of like whatever. Like we were saving a lot of money essentially. We would sometimes go to places, but I'm deviating from the point anyway. It's we went there to like a very cool cinema in Germany at the time, because I remember it being cool because it was my first time in it, and I was going like actually insane. I was like, this is like such a fucking cool place. This is also modern. I had fucking nachos with like dipping sauce as like a snack for the movie. For me, this was like actually the best day of my life, man. I was watching on the big screen the Angry Birds movie. I was big into Angry Birds too. Like I played a bunch of the games. I was like, man, this is cool as fuck too. Like on fucking a shitty ass like Samsung tablet. But anyway, like I was so enthralled. Think of this: a 7-year-old boy from Romania going to Germany outside of like the country for the first time, stepping in his first ever cinema, about to watch a movie based on like a beloved gaming series that he loves, while eating nachos with dip sauce or with like fucking cheese. I didn't think life could get any better as a kid, man. I thought this was like the best shit life could fucking offer was Angry Birds, man. The movie, the fucking movie, man. And just even just thinking about it, just puts a smile on my face, even if it sounds so stupid. It's a genuine, heartfelt like memory of mine, of stepping foot in that cinema. It's genuinely like just like I couldn't like believe my eyes at the time. And it was like showing like a Victorian child like the future and like a bunch of cool shit we can do. It was fantastic, man. Yeah, I would do anything to relive that moment. But even then, I say that anyone says that they want to relive moments, but if you were able to like go back and relive moments, they wouldn't be special in the first place. Because the thing that made this moment last, it was fleeting. It was something that was a one time only, and it was special for that reason. And just that's why I think just like little things, you know, like I'm gonna like start to like kind of like enjoy them more nowadays. Just little things, just the moment. Live in the current moment, man. They spoke about this in Dice, right? By the way, but anyway, it's just it's the type of philosophy that I want to follow more. Just making sure that like while you know the past is beautiful and whatnot, and you know those moments define, no, I don't want to say defines people, but definitely like is a core part of people, you know, a part that like of you, you know, the you from the past. And yeah, that's basically all it boils down to, man. Just wait. These things are annoying. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about a lot of things, man. At the moment, nothing really comes to mind. But speaking about childhood more, actually, let me talk about more childhood stuff until this natural self light round finishes, and then just probably close it off. I think this was good enough. I feel content with what I've been talking about so far. You know, but man, Happy Wheels, man, like Happy Wheels is crazy because it's a game that I envision two things into not envision, but it makes me think of two different things. Whenever like it gets brought up, one, a very like old friend of mine that would like I would always hang out with, but obviously moved away, so we haven't had contact in years, man. Like years. We have not talked. But anyway, as kids, I would always visit his house and stuff, and we would play Happy Wheels on like the computer. Jesus Christ, man, I remember it. We would play a bunch of like those Dropler like fucking levels that you would have to like drop in like a pit of spikes and like survive until the end. And I have no idea why we did this, but we would like just kind of scream, and like we would form like some sort of like symphony with our screams. I don't know why, but for whatever reason it just sounded like good to us, and we harmonized our screams, and like it was like a surreal feeling for like two people to like scream right next to each other, because I don't know how I could explain this, but it was like it was high key like stupid, but we just did it anyway. We screamed in unison. We were in Happy Wheels getting like, you know, our guts fucking shot off our bodies. You know? Fucking man. A lot of things were just very beautiful and as a kid. And the other thing that like it reminds me of, there was this like Romanian YouTuber I used to watch that I really liked as a kid, and he would do like a bunch of like shorts, like before short form content was even a thing, just like 1 minute to like 30-second videos, like short clips and stuff of Minecraft and Happy was. But most of the time he would also do like a bunch of like actual like long videos, long form content, like just playing games or whatever. And I thought it was super funny. That dude was like incredibly funny. But just one day, I was like, you know what? I have to revisit this channel like a year ago or two or something ago. I remember, and for the life of me, I could not find a YouTube channel. Like I feel like it's lost to time. Like maybe like the dude just deleted his entire like YouTube channel or something, because it just wasn't there anymore. And I was like, really? And I tried to like, you know, look in the Wayback Machine, but obviously I didn't remember like the exact like YouTuber like names. So like I was coming on with like empty, like just nothing, like no results. It was quite sad, quite tragic. You know, it's when you really try to like find something like as a kid, and then you just end up not finding it, because the feeling of actually finding it is super satisfying. Because this is a perfect segue, because one thing that I did find from my childhood, like videos that I used to watch, I don't even know why I watched these. I have no idea what was like so entertaining. But whenever I watch these, I feel like the type of brain rot we have today does not even compare to the acid trip of like Sonic, like flash animations with like based on sprite art. Basically what I mean is that there was a bunch of like just random as fuck like vomit animations of like a bunch of Sonic OCs just fighting like they were in Dragon Ball, like in that sort of like fight philosophy, like choreography. And it was like insane to me. Like I thought it was super cool. But when I found this specific playlist that harbored like a bunch of those animations, I was like, what the fuck was I watching? This is all like acid, like slop for the brain that fucking melts it. It melts like whatever brain matter you have in your head. You watch this shit and it just comes out as mush. Because like there was this one specific video I tried to find, and it was like, even just explaining it sounds so weird. I still have it. I could even probably put it on screen, but I probably won't because I'm lazy. I don't want to put effort in. But maybe I would. Who knows? But it's this like Sonic like a creature, like I think it was an OC, or maybe it's actually Sonic. I have to look at the video again. But he's like fighting, like he's going like Super Saiyan and always like just going like yellow mode, Super Sonic mode, right? And he's fighting like a bunch of like memes. He's fighting like the fucking Trollface, the Trollface becomes satanic and like fucking shoots lasers and becomes like Satan. And at some point, like the figure of Satan Trollface turns into like Osama bin Laden that shoots lasers out of his fucking eyes. And then there's this like really poorly like hand drawn like gray thing that like looks like a penis that also has like giant hands that like try to like curse Sonic. I have no idea like if this makes any sense, but if I find the video and I like download it, I'm definitely gonna put it on screen or something just to show you what the fuck I mean. But this was my childhood. This is what I was into, and like and honestly, man, like I would do it again. I would fucking watch these again. But they don't make stuff like this anymore. They don't make animations like these anymore. Like this is so. This is like, well, I mean, it is so, but like some sort of like fucked up like I don't know how to explain it. This was made by like mad children or something. my throat is running dry. All this talking and rambling, but I kind of like it. I like talking. But like anyway, just insane like things happening on that side of like animations, and you can't really find stuff like that anymore today. Like at most the crackhead like animations you do are just very much just slop for like kids to consume, and it's kind of sad because you have like a bunch of like super just weird things that like disguise themselves as like actual fetishes shown to children on YouTube, and I'm not sure how rampant it is anymore. It was a topic some time ago, and I'm sure it still is, but I just haven't heard about it in a while. I haven't. Oh shit, man, my health. Man, not now, not now. Ooh! Revive me! But yeah, I don't know, just super weird things that used to happen on YouTube back then, and then I kind of missed. I kind of miss when everything was very weird on the internet. This is all turning into like some sort of a I miss, but I don't know. It sounds kind of corny when I think about it. Just always talking about some about I miss this, I miss that. It's like, I don't know. In regards to like this kind of like it's a series of like these ramblings, like sure, that's what I want to do. Like it depends on how I feel, depends on how much I have like want to talk about stuff. It's definitely not gonna be like a daily thing, or like a maybe not even like a bi-weekly, like a thing that happens like on like 2 times a week or something. Maybe just 1 time a week. I'm not entirely sure, but that's definitely what it's gonna be. Probably just 1 time a week. If not, because sometimes maybe I get like some sort of like new thing to talk about, and I'll just make like a short ramble session or something. But outside of that, you know, definitely like something that I want to keep on doing. It just depends on me. Depends on me and how much of this I want to commit myself to. How much I want to put myself out there, you know, in terms of what I'm willing to talk about. Yeah, it's sometimes gonna get very personal. Sometimes it's gonna get funny. It depends. I mean, even then, no one's probably gonna watch most of this. I'm just kind of speaking to myself now. That's okay. That's entirely okay. Anyway, what did he say he's doing? Where's like there's just no one spawning here. Now I feel like I've talked about a lot of things, and then that feels good. That feels good, just being left with like nothing to talk about. I feel fulfilled. Fulfilled, yeah. Yeah, that's what the feeling is. A problem that I feel I have in regards to like, I guess you could say like talking about the past, right? Is that like it when you think about it, it's not really stuff that's that special, but it's just, I guess, the emotional context of like these things happen to you in that specific moment, just the sheer simplicity of it. Sometimes even just how surprised you were by like little things is what makes those moments so just like enthralling, ethereal. Because like I mean, if I went to like a movie theater now, I'd probably, I mean, sure, yeah, watching a movie, but it wouldn't be the same as it was like as a kid, you know. That's why like these moments are like always just gonna linger in our brain, no matter like how much like we talk about how like we detest the fact that we always linger on the past. But it's gonna happen anyway. It's just you gotta do it like with like, you know, some sort of like balance. Yeah, exactly. Like a balance. Strike a balance between between the past, future, and present. Man, my weapons suck. Oh, I just missed that. Oh! Alright, he's dead. Nah, I'm just kind of playing the game. I'm not really talking about anything, but... No, speaking of that friend I used to play a bunch of Happy Wheels with. Man, I like was a piece of shit, and I have no idea if this is like just like in my nature as like someone from Romania, but I stole a lot, man. I fucking stole like Lego, a bunch of Lego from like my friend, and even just like from other people. I just stole a bunch of toys because I was like, man, this is mine now, you know. And even just, oh man, I'm fucking criminal over here, just, you know, exposing like what I did as a kid. But I would also shoplift a lot. But don't tell anyone I said this. There was a very small store right next to the apartment I used to live in, and it wasn't the most controlled, I guess you could say, because I always just got away with like stealing a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of like I wouldn't say a bunch, but like a sizable amount of chocolate that could fit in my pocket. I wasn't still, I'm a chocolate fiend. But yeah, I don't know. But now I don't do it anymore though. Now I don't steal. I don't do none of that thievery anymore. I'm clean. Clean as can be. That stereotype is like extremely funny though, because why would you get mad at the fact that like we have like, well, not get mad, but make fun of the fact that we have like a crazy as fuck good skill that we just use whenever we want. We like steal whatever we want, no consequence. You know what I mean? Like isn't that kind of badass? Why is it like a thing to be ridiculed for, like made fun of? I sure stealing is bad, whatever, but I don't see it as bad. I mean, it depends on the context. It depends on what you steal, from where, and from who. You know. Like if I steal like a bunch of money from someone that already has more money than me, I don't see any issue with that. I personally don't see any issue with that. Like if a store just gonna make more money than I will ever, not probably ever make, but just like if a store just makes a lot of money, and you know I don't, I'm probably gonna rob the place. You know. I feel like that's probably like the best course of action you could probably like take. Yeah, but anyway, I think this probably concludes like most of what I just, you know, most of the ramblings I've had in my mind. Well, it doesn't conclude it, but more so just I feel like this is enough. This is enough for the day, for the week maybe. I don't know when this is gonna go up. Like it's like 2 a.m. like on a Friday. Well, not Friday. This is Saturday now, I guess you could say. But yeah, I don't know if it's probably gonna be posted like maybe like later during the day, or like on Sunday, or maybe next week or something like that. I'll see if I even post this anyway. Maybe this is gonna get lost to time. Well, yeah, I mean that was pretty much it. That's all I really had to talk about this time around. So yeah. See ya.